Hey, what's up YouTube? This is DFishFan here with Fair Play from Team DTF, and I am going to YCS Dallas, like I said in a previous video. So I thought I would go ahead and give you guys the final deck list that I'm going to be taking over there. So all my play testing for the last couple months and testing out different side decks and all that has come to this. This is what I think is my best chance at doing good over there at YCS. So, like I said before, it's Gravekeepers to no surprise. I just think that they're the best deck out there, other than 6 Sams, but 6 Sams is just unreasonably priced for me at the moment. So Gravekeepers, I think, have the best chance of not only overcoming 6 Sams, but overcoming everything else that I'm going to play against. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you my whole main deck, my side deck, and the one extra deck card that I do have. And just show you what I'm going to be running over there. So let's go ahead and get to the deck. Okay. 3 Descendants. Just obviously to get over anything that's causing you trouble or to advance towards attacking for game. 3 Recruiters, a great card to combine with Descendant, pretty obvious. And a good bluff card as well for Spy. You know, I love when they dark hole my Recruiter. 3 Spies. It's always a dilemma for me whether to side him out game 2 and stuff, but what I've been noticing is that recently people haven't been siding in crossouts, so I think I'll just keep him in game 2, and if I see that they sided in crossouts, take him out game 3, because he is such an advantage when I actually get to use him. 3 Commandants, just to speed it up. Oh, 2 Assailants. This guy can change the game, get over something that maybe you can't usually get over. And a Tech Guard. Very fun card to bring out and surprise your opponent with. Malefic Stardust, main deck. I like to main deck 1, even though I don't really like the card itself. It's a 2500 instant beater, and it prevents your opponent from making big plays, sometimes. 3 Royal Tributes, the most broken card of the deck, and really, if you get this out first turn, there's really nothing that your opponent can do to stop it. It gives you such an advantage, and it gives you such much more of a chance to win by doing nothing really, just drawing. 3 Necro Valleys. I don't run dualities, so I have to run 3 to speed it up and increase my chances of Royal Tribute. 2 Steals. Another advantage card in this deck, great to top deck and bring back your Spies and Recruiters and possibly plus even more. Alert of Darkness, just draw power. This card's underrated in this deck. It's really good. 3 Book of Moons, staples this format. Gotta run 3 or 2. You can get away with 2 in the right decks, but I like 3. Trinade, another card that I don't see a lot in Gravekeepers, but it works pretty well. Just another control type card, yeah, you know, so you can safely put your cards out there. MST, hopefully this will come to me when I need it. Dark Hole. 2 Compulsives for the traps. Very good to combine with Royal Tribute, also for synchros. Royal Oppression, main deck. You know, you don't really special summon in here, and if you do, the card you special summon with is going to be Spy, and although it may hurt you that you can't flip him on your turn, you can still get it off if they crash into it, so that's good. Probably, honestly, I think it works better in the here than it does in Black Wings, but it still works great in both decks. Bottomless Trap Hole, still got to keep 1 in there just so you can keep your opponent worried. Solemn Warnings. This has been the best card to counter 6 Sams for me so far, so I'm really hoping I can get them off early. Solemn Judgment. You know, if you have to, this can win games for you. Torrential, just a game changer card. And Mirror Force, my favorite card ever. So that was the main deck for Gravekeepers that I'm going to be taking. Let me go ahead. The extra deck is very simple. Just Stardust Dragon so you can bring out Malefic. And my side deck, now I put a lot of thought into this and a lot of play testing, and this is what I've come to. The decks that I plan on seeing the most are going to be Plant Synchro and of course 6 Sams. Probably Black Wings as well. So it's really hard to decide against all three while worrying about the other decks that you might see out there. So I'm trying to get balance in my side deck, not just focus on the main three. But so let's get right to it. Kinetic Soldiers. This has been my best side deck card for 6 Sams, and I really look forward to setting this against them. This is just purely for 6 Sams right there. Alright, Solidarities. This is for a mirror match, because unlike a lot of people, I don't side in Cyber Dragon for Gravekeepers. I actually side in Solidarity in the mirror match because most people side in Cyber Dragons, and Solidarity allows you to get over those Cyber Dragons. Also a pretty decent side deck card against Black Wings because a lot of their cards are beat sticks and stuff. So even your weaker monsters can get over the Shuras if you don't have Necro Valley and stuff like that. Power Filters, my favorite side deck card. Works very well against those little bastards that keep reappearing in like plant decks and frog monarchs and stuff. So no Treeborn, no Fishborg Blaster, and for plants, no Dandelion, no tokens, no Glow Bulb and stuff like that. You pretty much get the idea. Those are the two main decks that I sided in for. Prohibition, the most versatile card. That's why I really think playtesting is so important, is because by playtesting and playing against different decks and even using some different decks sometimes, you really you get to understand how a deck works. So if for some reason, say I run into a deck that I am not prepared or side deck for, or even prepared for in general, I can use Prohibition, and as long as I know what the deck revolves around, I can shut them down somewhat. It just increases your chances. And it's also a good side deck against Lightsworn because of JD, which is only your real threat. Their real threat. Fissure, this is mainly just for Game 3 Consecrated because Consecrated Light is so evil. Chain Disappearance, this is really good against plants, obviously, because it goes back to like the power filter thing. But it's also pretty good against 6 Sams because you get to your main focus is getting rid of their tuner so they can't synchro and stuff like that, since mostly they only run one tuner.
Kill Kaigeki.
What was it? Kagemusha, right?
Kill Kaigeki.
Oh,
Because they go Kaigeki into Kagemusha.
Oh,
and then that's how it goes to 1700. But yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Okay. Trap Stuns. Now, this is mainly for Black Wings because they're so trap heavy. And you can chain to Icarus and they still have to get rid of their monster. That's like the main thing that this is for. But this is actually a pretty decent side deck against any deck because obviously not Lightsworns and Frogs that don't use traps, but any deck that uses traps, because you can activate Trap Stun at the beginning and then safely proceed with your turn, kind of like how True Nade is used in my main deck. So Trap Stuns.
It's really good because Trap Stun you run so little monsters. You need to protect them definitely with Trap Stun.
There's some cases where, you know, if I summon my Descendant and it gets bottomless, I'm gonna lose because that might be the only monster I draw for 4 turns and stuff like that. And Trap Stun can really save that. Alright, lastly, my newest addition is Gozen Match. Only one. Now, most people think of this as a 6 Samurai side deck, and it can be used against 6 Sams, but I just think it's a little bit too slow for them as my main side deck. I could side it in potentially, but what I'm thinking about this is I've seen GBs recently in California start reappearing, and this is a great side deck card against Gladiator Beasts because they can only keep one monster tagged, pretty much keep it going. So they can't really get off Gyzaris and stuff like that, or Herc, which are really the main things that are going to hurt you against them. And, well, Chariot hurts too. But, nonetheless, let's get back on point. Also goes in match, pretty much another, if you run into a random deck like Prohibition would be used against, if you run into a random deck where they do use different attributes, goes in match can really come into play. Alright, so that's my whole side deck. Pretty much, I put a lot of thought into this, and I really feel prepared for YCS, and I really hope that I do well. And I will most likely be putting videos while I'm there, if not for sure when I get back, and let you guys know how I did with this exact build. Alright, you guys, so thanks for watching. Remember to thumbs up, because that really helps my videos out. And let me know what you guys think about this Gravekeeper build and the side deck itself. Alright, you guys, laters. Doodle.